Tonight, pro-Palestinian advocate Mahmoud Khalil is a free man after being in the custody of immigration officials for more than 3 months. Earlier today, a federal judge ordered the Trump administration to free him. Khalil has a green card, is married to an American citizen, and has no criminal record. Meanwhile, Vice President J.D. Vance was in Los Angeles today before making an appearance at an RNC fundraiser. He toured federal facilities and met with Marines who are deployed to the city. The nightcap is still here. Eddie, Khalil was one of the most high-profile detentions since Trump took office. What message does it send that a judge set him free?
Well, on one level, Stephanie, it suggests that he was punished for his speech, that he found himself arrested, caught up in this what I take to be this immoral sweep, simply because of his position around Gaza. And for some of these so-called free speech absolutists, I just find it unconscionable. And I think the judge did as well. The fact that, the government still hasn't committed itself to keeping him in the country, even though he has a green card, he's married to a U.S. citizen, speaks volumes to what they're up to. So this is, again, a kind of indication of the roguishness of the Trump administration, in my view, and particularly with regards to this question around immigration, Stephanie.
Well, they're certainly not taking any turns when it comes to what they're up to. Think about what J.D. Vance did today. He's touring detention facilities there, while Donald Trump is taking a victory lap because an appeals court is letting him keep control of the National Guard in California. But here's what I don't get. The curfew is gone. The widespread protests are over. Why would there still be boots on the ground? Why are they even needed there, Tim?
It's insane. As I said today, like we're going to have a permanent occupation of Los Angeles. There was no need to militarize Los Angeles initially, right? But at least they had a pretense. Again, it was wrong, but they at least offered, okay, there are these protests. Some of them got a little out of hand. There were some Waymos on fire. We're going to come in. There's a pretense. There's no pretense now. The federal government has taken over the California National Guard for what? There aren't even any protests. Right now, the job these military officials are doing are essentially creating a perimeter for immigration raids against unarmed individuals, unarmed migrants, in some cases unarmed Americans. It is purposefully to create a culture of fear. They want people to be afraid in Los Angeles, and sadly, it's working. I had a friend who's in LA, so there's a woman that he works with who canceled her 60th birthday party because she did not want to have a gathering of people who had mixed immigration status. She's from Mexico. This is an insane way to live. It is not American. And I think that a lot of people just moved on, right? It was like, okay, well, we had all those protests and there was news and there's Waymos on fire last weekend. But now, as the country moves on, the military is still in the streets in LA for no reason. It sets a very, very concerning precedent. And the vice president is now out there today. I don't know if you saw this. He holds a press conference, or you mentioned that he toured the detention centers. He also has a press conference where he calls Senator Alex Padilla Jose Padilla. A kind of racist slip by the vice president, just doing this performative show, again, for no reason, really to intimidate. I guess there is a reason to intimidate people and to intimidate families and people that are in this country working and doing things the right way.
And to be clear, he served with Alex Padilla. He absolutely knows what his name is. It has it jogs the memory of when they were unwilling to correctly pronounce Kamala Harris's name. Eddie, I want to ask about something else, because Axios is reporting that ICE is burning through so much of its budget with these raids, it could run out of money by next month. Republicans say this is why the spending bill needs to be passed immediately. But how is that going to play with voters, right? So the idea was we're going to go after all of these hardened criminals. They're not even coming anywhere near close to what they thought they were going to get. And they're burning through so much money and potentially more. Really, voters are going to say, I'm down with this?
I'm not sure. I know Donald Trump's base is steadfast in this regard. He's actually when he's on more solid ground when it comes to immigration. Although we've seen some cracks here, I don't know whether or not they're going to be fiscally conservative in some ways and cry out that they're blowing through the budget in this regard. It seems to me that over and over again the spectacle of these tight T-shirt wearing muscular. Some always the kind of short men who are arresting women and children and disappearing people. Somehow the spectacle of that red meat is supposedly to satisfy his base.